to the Baller of Fire channel. Yes, so we're discussing what's on my Instagram page. You're gonna see who I keep up to date with and how I get my news and basically what I see online. I get my news from basically where every basketball fan gets their news from. But what I do is I do some deep research into what's happening. Right now, I'm just going to let you know and look at what's on my Instagram page. First thing you see here is a day ago where we see the London Lions is basically being acquired by Testonet. If you don't know, Hoopfix did a article on it. So Testonet has acquired the London Lions. The only problem is that the Les C. Ballan, the guy who was the vice president of 777, he is now in charge of the Lions Club. Now, I don't know if C. Ballan had any shares in 777 or if it was just he was there as an employee and was let go by 777 and now has a chance to join London Lions. As I said, Testonet owns the Lions. Now, we don't know their relationship with 777. These things have to be investigated. Unfortunately, just because Les has joined joined London Lions, so it has to be investigated. Second, we have the ENBL, which is a European competition. Newcastle Eagles and Bristol Flyers will be representing England and the UK in general when they go into the ENBL. Okay, and that will be played over the coming months. Yes, I love to see European competition, especially for British sides such as Newcastle Eagles and the Bristol Flyers. Now we go to Riders, which is, Leicester Riders. They are a very decent club. I think they run so damn well. Their logos and their jerseys. I like their jerseys most of the time. So yeah, we got Noah Allen. He's joining the squad in 2024-2025. My problem is I don't know too much about him. And I know they give us little info about what he likes to eat, his food. That's not really what I am here for. I want to know what he was doing in the league last year. I don't know what position he's playing, so we can't just say he's Noah Allen. What position is he playing? Can we put that down? Is he a point guard? Is he a forward? To me, he looks like he's a point guard. That's what I see. Because he looks kind of small, but I don't know his height. You can't really tell someone's height from a picture. So, I would like to see more detail into what position they're going to be playing and what role they're going to be taking on. And if we can see highlights and how he was doing and stats on his performance in his last league appearance with the club. We go down to Hoopfix. Hoopfix is retweeting Super League basketball and the franchise locations. So to me, I don't know if this means that certain teams are not going to be playing in the same arena. I don't understand why they're showing the franchise locations, as most fans would know where the franchises are. Maybe they're doing it for new fans who are coming. So yes, we have 9 actual teams in the SLB. So this is good and bad, because right now it's good. We are small, and what that means is the focus on these teams can be given to them, and they can work really hard on sustaining and growing and expanding properly. But it's also bad for competition and basically the product itself being sold, and people getting into the product. 9 teams is not enough. There is a lot more cities in the UK than 9 cities, so other locations do need to be up there as well. We have the Caledonia Gladiators as well, and they, I believe, are going to be playing in the Euro Cup, the FIBA Euro Cup, I believe, and not the Euro Cup run by the Turkish league, I believe. So yeah, this is the Deptford Blue Cage, and this is Half Decent Day. They do fashion. They have done fashion for the Deptford Blue Cage. If you don't know, I'm a local around South East London, and I'm local around Lewisham. Deptford Blue Cage is quite famous right now for having a lot of people coming over there and playing. I remember my friends, or we used to basically go back from school, say they'll go to Deptford Blue Cage to play some basketball. And when they used to go there, it wasn't glamorous at all. So it's nice to see the cage has been fixed up, and basically now we even have jerseys made for the Blue Cage. So you can get your iconic jersey from Half Decent Day. I think this is a really nice jersey as well. I like the design. These guys, Half Decent Day, should really be contacted. I mean, if you're the Super League, contact these guys and get them working on the team jerseys if they're doing jerseys like this already. So we've got London Lions women saying thank you to Katie Cox. Basically, she's leaving. They had a hell of a season last year. Literally Euro League. Yep, that Euro League, the Turkish Euro League. They were finalists. The Turkish Airlines, so I should say, Euro League. They were finalists in that league. They won it, but they had to be disbanded and split up because of 777 and the arrears. So now she's let go and going elsewhere. But I don't understand what's happening with the women's teams. What I'm understanding from what I'm seeing on posts is that they're still going to be playing in the WBBL. So that can't be professionally because their professional license was revoked. And I believe that goes for the women's too. So this means that they're probably going to be playing, they're just voluntarily playing in that league. Because the stats, I don't know if the stats are going to matter or not. That hasn't really been properly discussed. I think it's unfortunate that this has not been discussed, especially when I believe the women's sports here with basketball was picking up a lot quicker than the men's sports. I know it might be hard to hear that for some guys in Britain because our egos have been hurt, but yeah, the women's sports was actually picking up a lot quicker than the men's sports. Anyway, basketball court in Burgess Park, which is basically near Elephant and Castle. So if you guys are up in Elephant and Castle, you now have a court to play on, and it's a beautiful court, man. Like, you can see it here. You even got seats and stuff. So if you want to come play some basketball, you can come here and play some basketball. If you live in if you live in the Elephant and Castle area, sorry. So yeah, here's some video shots. Yeah. All right. So you got, so it's in the park. It's deep in the park. I'm sorry. See? Yeah. So if you travel, it's right there. It's deep into the park. It looks like this little area here. You can walk straight across the bridge and play some basketball. Got some nice scenic area as well. Got a lake there. All right. So yeah. These are the images. So 3x3 basketball can be played there as well. So yep, it'd be good to see basketball out there. Then we have Steph Curry doing a trick shot because that's what Steph Curry does. You know, he's literally one of the greatest basketball players to play the game. So we have another Hoop Fix tweet. This is a week ago, and if you don't know, or I didn't say it on my last video, this is the new logo for Surrey 89ers. If you don't know, Surrey Scorchers is no longer around. Surrey Scorchers have basically finished. They have been around for 20 years or over 20 years now, and they're no longer basically around. They're not going to be in basketball anymore because they have, I believe, finished their contract deal, so they're not going to be around. But the Dan Clark has taken up the reins and started up his own new club called the Surrey 89ers. And if you can look online at Hoopfix Post, he goes into a deeper story about what Dan Clark is going to do at the 89ers. I like the logo. This is what I mean, where it's the difference between SLB's logo and the new Surrey logo is you can see there's some quality in the Surrey logo, whereas the SLB logo, there really isn't that much. And I don't want to be rude, but it does look like it needs a little bit more work. Simplicity's good, don't get me wrong, but matter of fact, how can I be ungrateful? We should all be grateful We literally lost our league about 2 months ago, and they made a logo, a league structure within 2 months. So, to be honest with you, we all should really be grateful. I am a bit hurt, a bit gutted about basically losing the league. So, it's going to take time getting used to. Hopefully, in the future, we get better logos and a better league moniker than this one we have now. But right now, it's brilliant. So Manchester's men and women's team sold to an American family's investment firm. Now, thing is, I don't mind these teams being sold to the American investment firm. I think it's great news. What my problem is the fact of what is the BBF doing? Are they basically liaising with these teams and talking in depth with the people that are investing into these teams? I know they're going to say that because they allow autonomy to the league and to the clubs themselves to handle the situation on their own. But when it comes to investments and handling such big monies, especially when it involves a national league like the SLB or the BBL, sorry, I believe that they should have a more active role in these meetings and talking to them and doing an investigation on them. Remember, it was the only reason why 777 was ousted from the British Basketball League, and the only reason why we got the SLB League is because when the 777 tried to buy Everton, is when the Premier League issued an investigation, and not just the Premier League. If you don't know, it was also FIFA that basically issued an investigation, as well as the governing bodies in England for football. I think it was the FA that also released an investigation into 777 and how they're going to have how much money they have and how are they going to invest into the British basketball. Sorry, I'm getting my words mixed up. Into the Premier League, and they found that it was not sufficient. It was insufficient, and they found many articles relating to their dodgy practice. And don't get me wrong, there were journalists and people outside already talking about how dodgy 777 really is. That was Paul Brown. He was talking about it for a very long time. Matt Hardy, the Hoop Fix. We tried to talk about it, but we always tried to stay positive. So hopefully BF gets a hold of these things now, and not just accept anybody into the league. So next one we got Giannis, as you know, the Greek freak. I just call it the champ. He's got some pics on the Olympics when he was there at the Eiffel Tower. A lot of people have been saying that the Greek team needs to get better, needs more players. I don't think they need more players. I think they have a really decent roster of players. What I think is the problem with a lot of the European teams is we don't do one-on-one basketball well. You see, America does that well. They play a lot of isolation basketball, and when they're ready, they can still do team basketball. A lot of Europeans act like Americans, like USA, can't do team basketball. They can do team basketball whenever. It's just that they got so much people that are gifted and skilled with basketball that they don't really need to focus on team basketball too much. So, we need to really work on our individual skills when it comes to basketball, like our dribbling, our handles, learning how to find space. That still needs to be worked on, but definitely, Greek is a very strong team when it comes to basketball, and Giannis is just like a great person and a great player when it comes to basketball. Anyway, here is Hoopfix again with his article on the logo and the new identity of the Super League. Alright guys, so this is it for me. I'm going to stop it there. I could go further down and show you all the tweets and things I've been seeing. Yes, I have been seeing a lot of tweets. Sorry, this video is long. It's not really giving me too much, but what I would like to say is we need to start looking at how we can bring more teams into the league. Uh, Now, since SLB started and it's not started from like the BBL, could there be a promotion and demotion? Sorry, or I forgot what it's called again. Is it It's demotion and what? I think it's demotion. Yeah, promotion and demotion. Can people get promoted to the league, and can they get demoted out of the league? I want to know if, basically, if there's going to be that structure. If not, what more teams are going to be added to the league? How is the league going to be structured? You know, and I want to know who's presenting. We haven't got any TV deals right now, or any rights right now, or any sponsors. Before the BBL, the British Basketball League had the massive sponsor in Biffa. If you didn't know, Biffa is basically owned by a market capital firm. They have billions and billions of dollars in shares, and they could literally give a lot of money and make a lot of money for certain clubs and leagues in the UK. However, that's obviously fell through, and I do not believe they're going to invest again. I mean, would you invest in the UK again after you just found out one of the most profitable leagues, and which literally one of the longest running leagues, which is supposed to be a dominant league, got scammed out of its millions and almost, well, not, it did foreclose, got his license terminated. So you're not really going to want to invest in any other league because you don't see it as a viable option, and you just see it as shaky ground to put investments in. So yeah, so lots of things to talk about. Anyway, that's it, guys. My next video will be about Plymouth. Yeah, I'm going to do a story about Plymouth. Have to do it, man, because Plymouth is a team that just gets sucker punched all the time. It's a great team, great atmosphere, great players, and you know these guys have fans that come out and fill that arena. I want to know why finding a venue in Plymouth is so hard. They act like it's a small village. It's a city out in Plymouth. So why is it so hard to find a venue? I want to know what is the relationship between the fans and the actual basketball players and basketball. And actually, what's the relationship between the fans and the companies out there? Clearly, fans want basketball in Plymouth. Why is it the businesses don't want to support that? That's what I want to know. Anyway, guys, until next time, peace.